What happens when you outgrow a narcissist? I know a lot of people have. I know a lot of people are on a pathway to doing that. But that's what we're going to be talking about today, y'all. What happens when you finally kind of open your eyes and you see that you and your narcissistic partner or parent or whoever it is are not on equal playing fields anymore? Like you've outgrown them. Y'all were planted in the same soil, but you outgrew them. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist here to give you the perspective of a narcissist. And welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Yes. Today we're talking about outgrowing them. Seriously, like outgrowing a toxic narcissistic person. What do you think the results are? What do you think happens when you outgrow them? From your end and from the end of a narcissistic person, y'all. Also, before we hop too deep in today's episode, y'all, my new course, Finding Your Why, WHY, How to Leave a Toxic Narcissistic Relationship, is now available. It's up on my website, mentalhealness.net. Check it out. Check my courses out, my support group. Everything is at mentalhealness, my name, .net. Check it out, y'all. But yes, what happens when you, because y'all, this damn near is inevitable. Once you wake up to narcissistic abuse, once you wake up to toxicity, once you wake up to realize and understand what you've been going through and what you've experienced, it's very difficult to not outgrow the narcissistic person, right? It's very difficult to stand and be in the same position that you were when you kind of woke up, right? That happens for so many people. This is for so many people to understand. Like, it's going to happen. And let's be real. The first thing is probably going to happen to you when you realize you've outgrown them is you're going to be sad as hell. Let's be real. You can be sad. You're going to feel sadness. Why the hell I'll be sad for outgrowing this abuser? Because you might have spent a long time with them. Right? You've given them every single opportunity to grow with you, and they refused. They y'all were both planted in the same soil. You sprouted. You done grew towards the sun and whatnot. You've grown towards the sun. You went all the way up, and now, boom, that's the end of it right there. Right? That's the finality. Like there's nothing else that you're going to get from this. Like they chose to instead of growing towards the sun like you. They burrowed deeply. They were like they became a mole or a vole, went underneath the ground like a groundhog. they went underneath the ground like a groundhog. So you're going to feel bad, y'all. You might feel sad because you expected to build a life with this person, or you expected this person to be around you forever in some way, shape, or form, right? You expected that. But now you've awakened and understand, like, damn, this might not be able to happen no more, right? So you have to be prepared to be sad when you outgrow them. That's absolutely going to happen, y'all. I promise you it is. You're going to outgrow them. You're going to feel bad, and then you're going to be sad as hell. And sometimes when you outgrow them, y'all, you're going to feel sad, and that sadness is going to make you feel guilty. Because when you outgrow them, you're going to feel guilty. You're going to be sad, and then you're going to feel guilty about outgrowing them and probably wanting to leave them. Probably wanting to go try to find true happiness somewhere else because you know and understand that you cannot find it here in this current relationship dynamic. Again, it's always going to be different if it's a parent or a sibling or someone else like that, right? If it's a part, it's always going to be different if it's a parent or somebody that raised you and whatnot, and they just still haven't grown from since you were a child. It's going to be different in this situation. So that's something that you have to consider and that you have to think about as well, because it absolutely is going to happen. And when it happens, what are you going to do about it? You're going to feel guilty. You're going to be sad. I actually covered that in my course. I'm not trying to name drop the course again. There is a part about how to deal with the guilt and how to deal with the anger when you leave. But when you feel guilty, understand, y'all, it's not your guilt. It's false guilt. It's guilt that the abusive, manipulative, narcissistic person has literally instilled upon you, right? It's guilt that they have put onto you. It's guilt that they have injected into you. They make you feel bad for outgrowing them when they had every single opportunity to grow with you and they chose not to. That's not on you. I promise you it's not. I know it's going to feel like it's on you, but it's not on you. So try not to feel guilty. Just acknowledge the guilt, right? Acknowledge the guilt and allow it to grow. Allow it to just pass through you. Like a kidney stone, like a little narcissistic kidney stone, right? Allow it to pass through you and whatnot. But that's going to make a difference, y'all. That's really going to make a difference. It's going to make sense of everything as you continue to grow and heal and thrive. I promise you. Because on the other side of the spectrum, the narcissist, when they realize that you've outgrown them, they're going to try to make you feel guilty. Let's be real. When a narcissist realizes that you've outgrown them, they're going to try to make you feel guilty. They're going to try to make you feel bad. They're going to try every single thing that they can do to bring you back down, to knock you off this pedestal, to hurt you, to harm you, to bring some type of chaos to your life, to bring some type of disarray to your life because they are perpetually unhappy. They want you to feel the same way. Because I'm unhappy, I want you to be unhappy. Because I'm sad, I want you to be sad. Because I'm hurting, I want you to hurt. Because I haven't achieved the goals and dreams in my life, I don't want you to achieve the goals and dreams in your life. But if I can't stop you from achieving those goals and dreams, I'm going to try to pull you. I'm going to try to invalidate them. And I'm going to try to make you feel like you haven't accomplished anything because I haven't. I'm going to compete. I'm going to compare and contrast. And I'm going to try to bring you down a level. I promise you I will. I promise you I am. But that's the mentality that you will face, that you will come across when you're dealing with abusive manipulators. It can get very dirty. It can get very dirty. It can become very hurtful towards you to see somebody that you love and care about trying to intentionally bring you down because it's intentional. It's absolutely intentional. Well, they said it. How do you know it's intentionally? Because I couldn't imagine doing anything like that because you don't have that same mentality. Of course, you can't imagine doing anything like this because that narcissistic person is, like I said, you don't have the narcissistic mindset. Your brain is not wired the same exact way as your abusive, manipulative, narcissistic partners is. It just doesn't work that way. So it's something that you have to consider and something you have to think about as well, right? This is something that is not new, but it can be, like I said, it can be used against you in the court of narcissism, right? That's one of the things that continuously happens to people. So it's one of the things that you have to think about as well. Like when you're dealing with a toxic, manipulative, narcissistic bastard, you got to understand they're going to try to take you down. They're going to try to pull you down a notch because they love it when they pull you down. They love it all. They take it all down. You see what I'm saying? That's that mentality. That's the space that so many people fall into. I be rooting for y'all. I really do root for y'all. But when you outgrow them, they know it. They sense it. Like it's damn near like narcissistic people have a sixth sense, right? And they know when you're about to move on. They'll start calling you uppity. They'll tell you that you're acting different. They'll tell you that your energy is off. They'll start accusing you of things. They'll start accusing you of cheating on them. They'll start accusing you of not being loving and caring anymore. They'll start projecting and telling you that you're doing the same thing to them that they're doing to you. This is literally what they be doing. And it does not stop. It does not get better. I know people are like, well, Lee, how do we make it stop? You can't make it stop because you're not a narcissist, right? And they're going to keep doing it, especially if you have kids. They're going to try to make your life harder. Like you'll be on the verge of some type of success and then they'll get pregnant by you or they'll get you pregnant. You see what I'm saying? They'll get pregnant by you or they get you pregnant. They'll try to knock you up or try to get knocked up by you to hold you back a little bit, to slow you down a little bit. Oh, we got another kid. We got another kid on the way. You can't be doing that now. Can't take those chances. They'll be deathly afraid of you leaving them. So they will try to do it whatever they can when they feel you outgrowing them. Like you might not even say it, you might not have said anything. They can just sense it. Narcissistic people tend to get very paranoid and they automatically think the more growth that you have in life, it means you're going to find somebody to replace them. It's like they're always thinking you're going to replace them in some way, shape, or form. So they're always trying to find a way to hold you back from whatever it is in this situation. They're always trying to find ways and methods to keep you down, to make sure that you can't move on and things like that. It's very toxic. It's very narcissistic. It's very, it's damn near, not damn near, it is draining. It's draining as hell to be with somebody who's always against you, who's constantly against you, who is rooting against you and not for you. It's very draining to be a part of that. It really, really is. So as you continue to heal, as you continue to grow, that's part of what you have to understand, because narcissistic, abusive, manipulative people are going to keep doing the same type of stuff over and over and over and over again. You know, they don't want you to outgrow them. And a lot of times, y'all, and I'll say this too, and I'll close it out. You know, I don't like to ramble on too much. A lot of times when they feel like you're outgrowing them, they'll start to try to cheat on you and start to try to replace you. A lot of times when they sense that you're getting ready to move on, or you're climbing the corporate ladder, or you're losing weight, or you're doing whatever, you're on some type of growth and healing journey where they feel like you're outgrowing them, they'll start cheating on you. They'll start looking for your replacement, right? Because they get so deathly afraid that you're going to leave them that they start trying to replace you. And I know that sounds ass backwards, but it really is the mentality and the mindset of a lot of toxic, narcissistic, lying bastards, y'all. They be lying their asses off. They really, really do. So it's something to consider right there, y'all. Something to think about, something to consider. And as you keep moving forward, as you're trying to heal, as you're trying to grow. Anyways, y'all, again, do not forget to check out my course, Finding Your Why. And y'all notice if you make it to the end of the video, I always give y'all the code for the discount on the course, y'all. It's YWHY 25. You get $25 off of it, y'all. And it's 40 longer videos. 40 in-depth videos, 40 impactful videos on that thing to help you understand what you've been through and help you heal after narcissistic abuse. It's called Finding Your Why. My new course, my support group is in there as well, y'all. Join the support group too if you want to get around people to understand what you've been through. And we have our little private Zoom meetings. I got some stuff in the works, y'all. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And as always, y'all, mental illness is out. Peace. Also, you can find my coaching, my courses, my one-on-ones. Everything is available at my website, mentalhealness.net. Kids book, self-love journal. Also, check out joining the channel memberships as well, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm super grateful. I'm out. Peace.